Congratulations, you have reached el pasado simple. Now this is like a big step. It's like a next level of the of Spanish learning. El pasado simple. So there are two types of pasts in Spanish, but this is the most used. So you are reaching the end of this program, and el pasado simple, it's like a big stepping stone into next level Spanish, right? Because for now you can speak in the future, you can speak in the present, and that should be enough. Like you could say, for example, ayer como con mis padres, and everybody would understand yesterday you had lunch with your father or with your parents. I could say in English, yesterday I eat with my mom. You can understand that, right? Yesterday I had lunch with my mom. It's better. But the most important thing here is communication. Anyway, we are, going to take this el pasado simple just to make our Spanish sound better. Not because we precisely need it, in my opinion. So, pasado simple has no mystery. Okay, it's just a set of suffixes added to the root of a verb. Just like we have been doing up to now, we have the root, for example, hablar, right? We take the AR out, and then we just add suffixes. Now, the biggest problem here with pasado simple are the irregular verbs, because, in the future, we had a kind of a way to to jump these irregularities with the going to, because then it becomes infinitive. Voy a tener, voy a ver, voy a ir. Okay, and also in the past continuous. In the present continuous. It's also kind of easy to avoid it because we have this yendo, and many verbs are, many irregular verbs just, keep their roots. Now, in the past simple, this is totally different, and we have so many irregularities. So I don't mean to scare you off, but just to be aware of this. Now, instead of just giving you the suffixes, which won't mean anything to you, I'm gonna give you different sentences, and I want you to guess or to take the suffix in the verb, so that this becomes an active exercise rather than just me telling you something. So, for example, let's take our beloved verb hablar. So, hablar. For example, I would say, ayer hablé con mi madre. Ayer hablé. Right? It's an A with an accent. Ayer hablé con mi madre. The past simple has many accents. So past simple, most important word here is ayer, and it has many accents attached to it. So ayer hablé con mi madre. ¿Y tú hablaste con ella? Hablaste. What is this suffix? It's a bit strange. ¿Hablaste con ella? Haste. ¿Hablaste tú con ella? ¿Hablaste? And then you can say, no, yo no hablé con mi madre, pero mi hermano sí habló con ella. Mi hermano sí habló con ella. ¿Habló Juan con Pedro ayer? Sí. Hablaron juntos. Hablaron. Aaron, it's for they. Okay. Mis hermanos y yo hablamos juntos todos los días. Hablamos. It's the same as the present. Every day I speak with my brothers. Every day my brothers and I speak together. Todos los días mis hermanos y yo hablamos juntos. Ayer hablamos. Okay, for the are verbs, this is the same. Amos. And then Aaron, you can see again this N and again this M, right? These are patterns that you should recognize. Now, second person plural. In English, you don't have it. You just say, yesterday you guys spoke with Chelsea, right? Yesterday you guys. Now for us, it's the same as the second person, as you, aste, but then we add is. Asteis, hablasteis, like did you guys speak, you and your friend. Hablasteis con Marta? Did you guys speak with Marta? Hablasteis con Marta? Okay, so those are the suffixes for the AR verbs. Okay, regular AR verbs. Let's look now at the ER and IR. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so ER and IR verbs. Let's take, for example, comer and vivir. Comer and vivir. So, ayer comí arroz, rice. Ayer comí arroz. And then I lived in Colombia, for example. Viví en Colombia. Viví. Now, ¿y tú qué comiste? ¿Comiste ayer? ¿Qué comiste ayer? ¿Viste? ¿Qué comiste ayer? ¿Dónde viviste? Where did you live? Okay, I don't like live here. Let's do escribir, to write. ¿Qué escribiste? What did you write? ¿Qué escribiste? Mi madre ayer no sé qué comió. I don't know what she had for lunch. No sé qué comió. Comió. Y tu hermano te escribió. Did he write you? Tu hermano te escribió. Then for us, ayer mi mujer y yo comimos pollo. Y vosotros, you guys, ¿qué comisteis? Again, same as the second one, iste, but is. ¿Qué comisteis? Ellos, mis padres, comieron pasta. Escribieron a mi hermano. ¿Escribisteis a Tomás? ¿Escribisteis a Tomás? Okay, wow. So this is the suffix. These are the suffixes. You just need to practice these things, right? Like the suffixes are here. Now it just has to become natural to speak like this. Okay. Again, we do this in the live lessons, right? Where we put everything into practice. Now let's look at the irregular verbs. Verbos irregulares. Now this is a whole ocean of irregularities, guys, because for verbos irregulares, again, we have any irregularities. For example, let's just, and we're just gonna do a few here, not many, and then as we go, as we speak, as we practice, we will be seeing more. So for example, our main irregular verbs, if I remember well, give me a second. What were our main irregular verbs? Okay, let's copy here. So we have hacer, ir, tener, poder, venir, querer, haber. Okay, so let's go slowly. Hacer, in the past, becomes hice, hiciste, but then hizo, not hició, it should be hició, okay, because it's an er verb, but it's not, it's hizo. Hicimos, that keeps the pattern. Hicisteis, that also keeps the pattern. Hicieron, which also keeps the pattern, okay. Hice, hiciste. With go, we have fui, fuiste, fue. You see what I mean? It's not even following what I just taught you here. What does this e come from? You know, like what the hell, right? Fue, fueron, that keeps the pattern. Fuisteis keeps the pattern because it's the same as the second one, but with the is. And fueron. Okay, so you can see here that the root is fu. God knows why. And then the suffixes are adhered to this fu, but then, you know, it changes. Tener. The suffix, no, sorry, the root is tub, and we have tube. Again, it should be to be. It should be to be. Tamam. But it's not. Sorry, I say tamam because I'm learning Turkish. That's how it is. That's how they say okay. But I could say vale, vale. So tube, tube. Tubiste. Now this one keeps the pattern. Tuvo, not tubio. Okay, this then goes back to something like the second, you know, like the third person of AR verbs. Now it's interesting here because in Spanish usually we associate the O with the first person, right? Como, but then it becomes comió, third person past. Okay, so this O can be tricky. If it has an accent, it belongs to the past. Hablo, I speak. Habló, he spoke. All right, let's go on here. Tuviste, tuvo, tuvimos, and to again same. Iste, is, tuvisteis, and tuvieron. Okay, so most of them you can see they follow the pattern, some of them don't. So I'm not going to go ahead and do more. Okay, you can find them online. I showed you a little bit how what it looks like, some regularities, some irregularities. We have the root of the verb, then we have the ending, but it can be tricky because it doesn't always respect it. But again, we will see this in time. Let's not get stuck here on irregular verbs in the past. And what about with reflexive verbs? Now, if they are irregular, so again, reflexive verbs, they can be irregular or regular. The only thing is that they have a pronoun. So if they are irregular, we will just have the difficulties of the irregular verbs. If they are regular, then we will just, do what we have been doing with the present, but just changing the suffix. Now, verbos reflexivos, for example, did you stay at home yesterday? Did you stay at home yesterday? So you should have this document with you, and then I don't have to, keep going up and down for you to see the suffixes. You know that the verb is quedarse. Okay, I hope you know this by now. Quedarse. So, you stay in the past. Quedaste, right? Because we have it's a regular verb, ar. Quedaste. Now we need a suffix. Where do we put it? Before the verb. And for you, it's the suffix te. ¿Te quedaste en casa ayer? Alright, so again, it's just like a normal reflexive verb that we have been seeing up to now with a different suffix. Okay. So I would say this is enough. Let me check one thing here. Yeah, we have all reflexive pronouns. So how can I say, for example, we stayed at home yesterday? We stayed at home. That will be quedamos, right? Quedamos. That is that's how we make quedar in the past. Quedamos. Now we need the suffix nos. Nos quedamos en casa. Same as we stay every day at home. Nos quedamos en casa todos los días. And yesterday, nos quedamos en casa. Because the first person plural, meaning the we, it's the same for AR verbs. Alright, wow. I'm getting tired. I hope this is clear. And I'll see you in the next video.